At first, I felt like guilty, wasting the airwaves on me taking pictures, but people need another platform. We know where to get the information, which can be scary or confusing, but I wanted to be a platform that people can go to feel hope.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Dave. So for our audience, Dave Puente is a Minneapolis-St. Paul-based videographer and lifestyle photographer. You typically shoot family portraits and are now doing this really cool project called Porchtrait, where you're taking photography of families on their porches. So we were hoping you could tell us a little bit more about how that idea came to be.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. My first sentiment was just fear, right? I was like, holy smokes, like this is, it's like somebody pulled out the plug right on your business. So that's been tough, right? Because a lot of those big assignments just aren't happening. The problem solver in me was like, how can I reach out to my clients and be relevant? And so I wanted to do that for free, just take some pictures. But
I almost talked myself out of it because I was thinking about how would this be received? Are they too worried or fearful to care about just a picture, right? Like, but once I did it, it's the reason they're washing their hair, they're putting on like their best, and getting out of this like this funk, right? And they're coming to me with stories about how it was her anniversary and she was crying in the pantry, but when I left, it just completely changed the whole feel, right? The whole vibe in the house.
Walk me through the logistics of like, how does this work? What does it look like when you show up at a family's house?
I mean, they know we're coming, so I just walk up to their yard or their sidewalk,
and we just talk. That's usually how it starts. We get the more serious conversations just about like the old impact on their life and how are you guys doing. But yeah, small talk, big talk, and then some pictures.
Yeah, big talk is right. It's like there are no surface level conversations right now. Like every conversation starts with like, how are you doing? Are you like, it's kind of, there's an immediate intimacy because we're all going through this thing.
How are you doing? We know where that's going, right? Typically it's like, great, how are you? But when you ask somebody that now, you get a real answer, which has been such a beautiful thing.
You're right. I feel like people are, when we're asking it now, we really want to know, and we're really sharing how we're doing. And I think people are being very honest about the vulnerability right now. And then as parents, I think it's beautiful that you're capturing families, because I think as a parent, I'm having a hard time kind of balancing the seriousness of it and following the safety guidelines and having to explain why we're not leaving our house. But also not put too much fear in children and help them realize that they're safe. I think this is a really special and unique time for families, and I love that you're capturing that moment in time for them.
It is about this moment, but they are like really making it something fun for the family and something special.
Yeah, you're giving something to look forward to.
Dave, one thing I've been thinking about is we started to think about businesses in terms of like essential and non-essential, but like how important is it that we remember that art is also something that we need?
That was my mindset. This was a gift for them. I feel like it's really been more of like therapy for them, but isn't that art? Like, art is supposed to make you experience something or feel something or take you to a familiar place or an unfamiliar place. And I really feel like at its core, it's truly like not just a picture for them, but a moment.
I mean, I feel like so much of social media and the news right now is such negative, and this is something so positive. I mean, you've been featured on national news outlets. CBS covered you.
At first, I felt like guilty, wasting the airwaves on me taking pictures, but you're absolutely right. People need another platform. We know where to get the information, which can be scary or confusing. But I wanted to be a platform that people can go to feel hope, and having that received in this way, it's really cool when it's what you do is validated in such a big way.
At Deluxe, I know you guys work with a ton of small businesses of all different kinds across the country, from independent photographers to, you name it. And I'm sure it's hard to give advice right now, right? Because whatever you say is going to be different in 2 days. And so what could people learn from the way that Dave is using his time right now?
Well, what I love about what you're doing, Dave, is if you look at the media attention that you've received, the social media attention, by doing something for the right reasons that was good for other people, you're actually doing well within your own business. The great thing about small business is that they always stay so focused on what they're delivering to other people and how they're making their customers' lives better. And in this time, I think small businesses can really be focused on how can I be making a difference within my community? How can I be making the lives of my customers better right now in this new reality through my skill set and what I'm able to do as a business? And I think when you do it with the right intentions, it'll just end up being good for business in the end.
That's so good. I started this whole thought a few weeks ago, just out of fear, like what can I do to keep my business going? And I got absolutely nowhere. I was like, well, okay, I'm just going to use this time to give in a way that I know I can. That's unique. It wasn't until then where the answers came. So it's so true. I mean, I love that.
So we obviously think what you're doing is amazing, and you're blessing families with this incredible experience. And it is hard to run a small business under normal circumstances. And right now, with all of your business going away because of social distancing, we want to set up a GoFundMe page for you. I mean, you're not charging families for this, but you are a small business and you need to continue to run your business. And I think people would want to help you continue to bless other families. So Deluxe will put in the first 100. I know Flo has generously offered to put in the second 100 and to thank you for doing what you're doing. Is you're capturing this moment in time that's a once in a lifetime experience that we're all going through together with our families at home. Thank you for being an inspiration, Dave. It's just a really beautiful thing and we really admire it.
Yeah, and thank you guys for shining a big bright light on all of us.
We all need a little bit of good news right now, right? A little bit of hope. Thanks, Dave.
See you guys.
If you want to help Dave bring joy to more families through his portrait series, join Deluxe and Flo in donating to his GoFundMe page at the link below. And we'll be continuing to interview small business owners who are stepping up for their communities. So check back at deluxe.com/bigheart for more incredible stories. Or send us a story from your hometown. #SmallBusinessBigHeart.